What separates the ordinary from the extraordinary? Is it talent alone or something more? The answer, my friends, lies not in one's natural abilities, but in the power of motivation, that very drive that keeps the fire within us burning, pushing us to reach for the stars and refuse to settle for anything less than our dreams. Let's take a moment to delve into the life of Eric Thomas. Now, if you don't know who Eric Thomas is, allow me to introduce him. Eric Thomas, fondly known as the hip-hop preacher, is one of the world's most renowned motivational speakers today. But his journey, let me assure you, was not an easy ride. Born in the city of Detroit, Thomas was brought up in an environment of poverty and despair. His life took a turn for the worse when he dropped out of high school and became homeless. He found shelter in abandoned buildings, and his meals, they came from the most unlikely of places, garbage cans. Yet, even in the midst of such dire circumstances, Thomas refused to let his spirit waver. His motivation never dimmed, it only shone brighter. He had a dream, a vision of a life far removed from the one he was living. He knew he was meant for more, and he was not afraid to chase it. Every day, he would remind himself of his goals. His motivation was his beacon, guiding him through the darkest nights. And what happened? Well, the rest, as they say, is history. From a homeless high school dropout, Eric Thomas rose to become a beacon of hope for millions around the world. His words stir the soul, inspiring us to rise above our circumstances and reach for our dreams. So you see, what kept Eric Thomas going was not just the dream of a better life, but the relentless pursuit of it. It was the power of motivation, and it can be yours too. So, what fueled Eric Thomas's motivation? What are his secrets to staying motivated all the time? Eric Thomas's philosophy of motivation can be distilled into 4 key principles. First and foremost, knowing your why. This means understanding the purpose that drives you. For Eric, it was the desire to escape poverty and create a better life for his family. He didn't just want to survive, he wanted to thrive. He knew his why, and that fueled his every move. The second principle is consistency. It's not about having a perfect day every day. It's about showing up even when it's hard. Eric Thomas didn't become a motivational speaker overnight. He consistently worked on his craft, honed his skills, and pushed through the tough days. As he often says, the secret to success is found in your daily routine. Next, using your pain as fuel. Eric Thomas knows about pain. He lived it, he breathed it. But he turned his pain into fuel for his motivation. He transformed his struggles into strength, his hardships into motivation. He didn't let his circumstances define him. Instead, he defined his circumstances. And finally, never giving up no matter what. If there's one thing Eric Thomas knows, it's the power of perseverance. He was homeless, he was destitute, but he never gave up. He kept going, kept pushing, kept fighting. He knew that the only way out was through, and he was willing to do whatever it took to get there. These principles were not just theories for Eric Thomas. They were the rules he lived by, the mantras that got him from the streets to the stage. Eric Thomas didn't just talk about motivation, he embodied it. He walked his talk, and he inspired millions to do the same. And that, my friends, is the secret to staying motivated all the time. You might be wondering, how can I apply these principles in my life? Can I really turn my dreams into reality like Eric Thomas did? Let's break it down into practical steps. Firstly, finding your why. Your why is your driving force. It's what gets you out of bed in the morning and keeps you going when times get tough. It's not just about what you want to achieve, it's why you want to achieve it. Then, consistency. Consistency is key. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about putting in the work, day in and day out. Use your struggles as motivation. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Remember, diamonds are made under pressure. And finally, never ever give up. No matter how tough things get, keep pushing, keep striving. Remember, the path to success is not a sprint, it's a marathon.